teacher, 12-year-old, 7th grade. Tell you what, that can be a hell of a ride some days. I had this kid come to me yesterday and ask me if he could send me a script he's working on. I mean, I do make movies, and kids tend to know that, so it wasn't totally off the wall. But anyway, he asked me how he could kind of build things out in terms of the characters. He came in for lunch. We kind of stumbled on the subject of how to be creative. And it got me thinking a lot, you know. That is a great question. How does a person be creative? Like, what do creative people do? What process is there? The truth is, you know, creativity is essentially just taking a bunch of parts that are maybe seemingly unrelated and piecing them together to make a new whole. Which means that creativity is not limited to any one type of person. A plumber could be an artist, an electrician could be an artist. I'm not much one for running errands this way, but that's what we're doing right now. We're running errands. I gotta go to Academy, get some boots for a wedding, and then I gotta get a haircut, also for the wedding. Yeah, thanks for joining me. Oh, by the way, new Griffin Co. shirt. Well, new shirt by Griffin Co. This one's a Leo 1980. It's me. I'm a Leo. I was born in 1980. Denise got one. She's a Gemini 1980. Same color, same form. You could have one too. The difficult thing about talent is that it requires a high tolerance for repetition. You do something over and over and over again until you get it right, and then you do it over and over and over again until you make it better. One of my favorite movies, River Runs Through It. Tom Skerritt's character, the dad, he teaches them to cast on a metronome, to a rhythm. These boys did that over and over and over. But Paul did it so often and so well that eventually he began to break free of it, and he created his own version of it.
He called it shadow casting, keeping his line above water long enough and low enough to make a rainbow rise. My brother had become an artist.
So the paradox of repetition is that you have to be willing to repeat, and that gets boring. But it's ultimately the ability to be boring in this way that allows you to become talented enough to become interesting. It's one of those weird rainy days where the rain's coming down, but the sun's still. Wish I had my sunglasses, but I left them in Galveston with my buddy Mark. Hell, he's probably wearing them right now. All right, managed to run all my errands, get that out of the way today. Thanks for joining me on that. One of the last things I want to leave us with, we all know people who are so extremely detail-oriented, they really cannot see the forest for all the trees. And then on the other side of that coin, you have the people who only see the big picture, and their thoughts end up becoming pretty abstract and at times a little unclear. The thing that you notice about really creative people is they're able to have multiple lenses for looking at things in the world. They can zoom in, down to the most minute of details and really focus on those, but then they also have the ability to zoom back out and keep the big picture at the forefront of their minds. Note the shirt, Griffin Co.'s latest. Pretty muggy out. Bodie, can you just chill out? It's a squirrel. It's a squirrel. The thing is not gonna kill you. He's over there. He's right there. Look, he's right there. He's on the roof. Bastard. So I guess if I really had it to do over again, I would tell that kid, which I can just tell him. My simple two-part answer, how to be creative. I would say whatever it is you're doing, stick to the fundamentals, repeat the process until you naturally start to break free from it. And as far as coming up with creative ideas, pick a topic that you're interested in, study, read, until that topic sort of becomes like a thought stew in your head. Over time, new ideas should start to fire, and as that happens, you gotta bottle those things up and use them to create something new. There you go. Good talk. I gotta get ready for the game. USC, Texas, right here in Austin.